students of class 9. So today I'll be teaching you a very beautiful poem from your syllabus, and the name of the poem is Autumn, and the author of the poem is John Clare. So let us start with the poem Autumn by John Clare. So John Clare, he was an English poet, and he was the son of a farm laborer. So he lived in England, he was born in England, and in his poems he tried to portray the beauty of the English countryside, the beauty of the nature, the beauty of all the very simple things, the ordinary things of nature. He has portrayed it in such a way that it gives us immense pleasure while reading his poems. So this poem, Autumn, is about the season autumn, and in this poem it is not only, he has not only mentioned about the season autumn, but he has mentioned about all the other seasons. So John Clare, he was an English poet. Second point, the most important point about him, is he was the son of a farm laborer. He was the son of a farm laborer, and most of his life he has spent it in England, in the English countryside. So he has a lot of experience. He has seen a lot of things in the countryside. So in this poem he has given us a lot of descriptions about the English, about the beauty, about the nature of the English countryside. So being the son of a farm laborer, he once indulged himself in the labor world. But after that he became this poet, this beautiful poet, with his immense writing, with his intense writing. We feel a lot of pleasure while reading his poem. So today we will be doing one of his very beautiful poems, and the name of the poem is Autumn. So let us do the first stanza. So in the first stanza, the poet is saying, I love the fitful gust that shakes the casement all day, and from the mossy elm tree takes the faded leaves away, twirling them by the window pane with 1,000 others down the lane. So in the very first stanza, the poet John Clare is saying the things that he loves about the nature, or the things that he loves, the things that he loves in the English countryside. What are those? First, I love the fitful gust. Fitful means playful. Fitful gust means a strong wind. So he's saying that he loves the playful, strong winds that shakes the casement all day. That shakes the casement means big windows, open big windows which can be opened from both sides. So he loves the strong, playful winds that shakes, that moves the windows throughout the day. And these type of windows, casement, these type of windows can only be seen in the outer countries or in the old houses which are built like long time back. And from the mossy elm tree is a kind of tree, and from the mossy elm tree takes the faded leaves away. So this strong wind is blowing, it is coming from somewhere, and it is shaking the window all the day, and it is also taking away all the leaves, all the faded leaves away from the mossy elm tree. The faded leaves, what is the meaning of faded leaves? It means dry leaves which are old. And you will see that autumn is the season when all the dry old leaves of the tree fall down on the ground. So this strong wind is taking away all the worn out dry leaves from the elm tree, and then does what? It twirls them, twirling them by the window pane. Twirl means because of that strong wind, the leaves are moving. It is in the motion of the leaves. It is in a rotating movement. So it is moving in a rotation. It is spinning or twisting by where it is spinning or twisting. Where it is spinning by the window pane. with thousand others down the lane. So some of the leaves are moving by the window pane, and some of the leaves are there down the lane with thousand others. So not only the leaves of this mossy elm tree, but the leaves of all the trees, they are all twirled by the strong wind, autumn wind, and now they are lying down on the lane. So this first stanza is all about the things that is loved by the poet John Clare. So let me just write down the meanings for you. Casement, casement, as I said, it means long window, big windows, big open windows. Next, mossy elm tree, the faded leaves away. So mossy elm tree is, write down the meaning of elm tree. You can see it's a kind of, you already know it's a kind of a big tree, elm tree. And now coming to the meaning of faded leaves. Faded leaves means, what is the meaning of faded leaves? It means old or worn out dry leaves. Old, worn out, or dry leaves. The leaves which fall during the autumn season. So these leaves, faded leaves, are taken away by the strong, fitful gust. Fitful means playful. Fitful means playful. And gust means strong wind, violent kind of. So here another thing is that wind has been personified as an aggressive person, that I shall do again in one of my videos. Don't worry about that. So these are the meanings of the difficult words which you want. If you want, you can write it down in your book or in your copy. Okay, so now coming to the second stanza. I love to see the shaking twig dance till the shut of eve, the sparrow on the cottage rig whose chirp would make believe that spring was just now flirting by, in summer's lap with flowers to lie. I love to see the cottage smoke curl upwards through the naked trees. So in the second stanza, the poet is again saying about the things that he loves. What are those? He loves to see the shaking twig. Shaking means something which is moving or something which is shaked by something. For here in this poem, the twig means the branches of the trees. Those small branches are shaked by the heavy wind of by the heavy autumn wind. So write down the meaning of shaking. Twig means branches, small branches of tree. So these branches are shaked by the autumn wind, and it is shaking. The branches are moving in such a way as if to the author it seems the trees, the branches are dancing till the shut of eve. Shut of eve means they are dancing till the evening. Maybe they have started, maybe the wind is blowing since morning and it is still blowing and blowing till the shut of eve. So this is again another imagination of the poet. To the poet it seems as if the branches of the trees are dancing. They are moving in such a way, they are dancing till the evening. Next, he loves the sparrow on the cottage rig. The sparrow on the cottage rig. Rig means obviously since the poet John Clare, he was born in England and it is a cold country, and in the cold countries what happens, in all the cottages people do what? They make small hole, or there are small holes, or there is some kind of small resting place at the top of the house, so that sparrows or any other birds can come and live over there. So the sparrows live on the cottage rig. Rig is the roof of the house or any external part of the building. So the sparrow, they are sitting on the cottage rig and they are chirping. How whose chirp would make believe that spring was just now flirting by, in summer's lap with flowers to lie. So they were chirping in such a melodious manner. Their song was so melodious that it was as if spring was just now flirting by, in summer's lap with flowers to life. So these are again the intense imagination of the poet John Clare, who loves nature and it can only be done by him because he was his imagination goes beyond anything. So now he's saying that he's talking about another season, that is spring. So he's saying that spring was just now flirting by. Flirting by means spring was flirting here means playing. So as if spring was playing like a small child. So spring has been personified here. And it is said by the author John Clare that spring, as if the spring season was playing like a small child, and slowly spring was going, and it was going where? It was going and summer was coming. So spring was just now flirting by in summer's lap with flowers to lie. So slowly summer season, slowly the spring season is passing by, and after spring what comes? Summer season is coming. So these are the names of the two seasons which the author has mentioned in this poem. So I think I would do up to this much today in this video. In my next video I'll be again continuing with the rest of the stanzas. So I hope this poem is clear with you people. Thank you, students.